All right, guys, we're back again. Fred Williams, Thomas Bolton from Maker's
Yes.
Mark. We spent a year making all these fabulous cocktails for you guys and for me to go from bumbling home incompetent bartender to mildly competent bartender with Thomas's great teachings. Today,
Thank you.
he is going to teach us how to make a New York sour. So Thomas, fill us in on New York sour. What is this stuff?
So New York Sour is a classic cocktail. It was actually created in Chicago, not New York. I'm not 100% sure on why it's called the New York Sour.
Is it
but,
because people from New York are bitter or sour about things?
you know, for all of our viewers in New York, no comment.
We love you.
We do. Like, is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Like it.
Perfect. So anyways, this cocktail to me is a real head turner. I like to call it, when I was in the bar industry, this is a fajita cocktail. So you know when you're at a Mexican restaurant, fajitas walk out of the kitchen, they're sizzling,
Yeah.
and everyone's head turns and looks at it? Like this is an attention grabbing cocktail like
It's a
that.
head-turning cocktail.
It is. Or like when you're making this cocktail and you're having like a block party and there's always that one neighbor that's kind of annoying, you can make this cocktail and they'll just be really jealous of you because it looks cool, it's delicious, it checks all the boxes.
All the things.
Yeah, so let's get started.
Okay.
We are going to use fresh lemon juice. So we'll start with that. We're going to do a half part fresh lemon juice.
Okay.
So I'll move this over here. So you just squeeze that in there. All right. There you go.
And the fresh lemon juice, from my experience with you, is always good.
Yes, fresh. I mean, and it's good because Liquor Barn has lemons.
Correct.
Here, everything that you see here, you can get out of Liquor Barn. I picked it up about 3 minutes before we did this video. You can get the pasteurized lemon juice and stuff like that if you're in a pinch, but if you have the time to get fresh lemons, I would get fresh lemons and juice them. It's that simple.
We're going to turn lemons into bourbon cocktails.
I really thought you were going to make a better joke than that.
It was bad, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's
Sorry.
okay. But we are going to make lemons into bourbon cocktails.
There we go.
So, like you can pick one of these up at the grocery store. It's just a hand juicer. So there you go. I'll put that right there for
And
you.
a half part.
A half part.
juice.
I like the one-handed squeeze. That's showing your strength off.
You like my left-handed power?
I
Thomas?
do.
A little more grip in there. There we go. All right. We're going into our
Into
cocktail
your
mixer,
mixing
correct?
tin. Yeah. So here, I'll put
There we
that
go.
right there for the camera. All right, and then from there, we are going to use
You know, I stole your lemon squeezer. I've got mine.
3/4 part simple syrup. Now this,
3/4 simple syrup.
yes,
Okay.
this simple syrup I bought here today. It's used for the video. You can also make it at home, equal parts sugar and water. When I'm doing large format events, this simple syrup, like for 500 to 3,000 people, the bottled simple syrup saves a lot of time when it comes to making a lot of simple syrup. So if you're batching at home, for a lot of people, this does wonders. And the next thing you're going to do is take this, the redhead.
Traditional redheaded beauty.
That's right. And you're going to go 2 parts here.
2 parts Maker's Mark.
Right. It's the star of the show. All right. Now this is 90 proof. Regular Maker's Mark, or the classic Maker's Mark is. This is 90 proof, and it goes really well with the citrus that we use in the lemon, and then with the simple syrup and the light sugar there. It's not going to blow your ears off like some of these higher proof whiskeys will, and it's wheated, so it's a little bit softer, so it plays really good in this cocktail. So at that point, you're going to fill this with ice,
As usual, all the way to the top.
all the way to the top. Fill it up.
There we go.
And then smile.
And then we're going to shake it.
Your shake has gotten much better.
You got it, man.
And I like how you dance. You're having a good time.
I go to a lot of music festivals.
All right, so you put that down. So that shaking, obviously, it dilutes and chills the cocktail. We're also whipping it up what you're doing there when you're shaking a lot is you're forcing air through there and getting a lot of bubbles. So this is going to give you some texture in the cocktail as well.
So we're going to give it an extra shake.
I just gave an extra shake to get some more bubbles.
Now, let's see if I've got this right. I'm going to come across with my palm in
Yep.
my hand.
And you want to hit and go at the same time. You're close. Oh, almost. Yeah,
there we go.
okay. Yep, right there. So
So I'm going with the tall one. All right, so we are going to strain.
use a Hawthorne strainer.
The Hawthorne strainer. Have we talked about this before? Why it's called a Hawthorne strainer?
I don't know why it's called a Hawthorne strainer, but I can tell you that
We're going to find that out for you guys.
this is a julep strainer. I think Hawthorns were the original company that made it, and it just kind of stuck as the spring-loaded strainer. This is a julep strainer, and then this is a fine strainer.
A fawn strainer?
Fine
Strainer.
Essentially
That's how you say it in Kentucky, a fawn strainer.
fawn strainer. Yeah, actually, yeah, that is how you say it in Kentucky. Just pour right over top.
Oh, wow.
And now here comes the wow factor. You got your bar spoon?
I do.
You're gonna turn it upside down.
Okay.
You're gonna take this red wine that you see right there,
Got it?
and then you're just gonna slowly pour it over the top of the spoon and let it drip down.
Oh, wow.
And then
Kind of small mess, but it is what I'm known for.
so that gives you a nice
I may have gone too far, but
red. Oh no, that looks good. Can we
you
get a
didn't-
shot
you
of
didn't
these
give
two
me a cut-
together?
You didn't give me a cutoff line.
That's
Look at
true.
that. Well, I do like red wine.
Yeah, I was about to say this is right up your alley.
see.
Every cocktail we
We'll see
make,
what
you always add a little bit of something extra.
It has
into
extra
the
bourbon
cocktail.
in it, and it has extra wine in it. So
So
make your own.
from there,
Okay.
if you like, you can do a couple things. You could do a lemon peel,
Okay.
and that just gives it, or you could slice a lemon, whichever one you want to do if you want to try the peel. Work on your peel game.
Work on my peel game.
But I like the lemon peel because you express the top, but then it gives you the yellow on the bottom, the purple, and then this yellow on top pops.
All right.
So
I got
you
a
can
lot of
drink
red
it.
wine in mine.
You did.
So next time we're going to do a fill line. We're going to say, Brad, stop.
Like next time when I say the word float,
I should see. There we go. Perfect example of what myself needs to learn. He says float. I really wasn't sure what you were talking about. So now I know.
yeah. So you
No,
can
no.
you can take a sip same time, or if you'd like to. So like I'll take a sip here.
It's still pretty good.
Oh yeah. You can also do, if you've been watching all of our video, the Spirit series, you've learned the technique of the pull through,
The pull through.
and you can do a pull through here and mix it together really
Let's
quick.
try it. That might make this better. I would suggest that this is good. And actually, I'm getting the lemon and stuff off the bottom. It has a little bit of red wine heavy on the top, but that is my fault.
I think that was
so
user
I do
error.
believe, like, to your level is perfect. So if you're making it at home, don't go all the way down. Do a very quick float. And then we're going to do the pull, which is not a stir, which Thomas has taught us before, and another fun month. Now mine almost looks like a Cosmo or something, but that's okay. We're learning. It's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Even with the extra red wine, it's delicious.
I believe it.
Um,
It's good red wine, good cocktail.
It's good. I could have no problem drinking this as is. I'll have to make a second one when we're done here to kind of get your more accurate level of the New York Sour. But this is actually really good.
It's a good cocktail, and you can always take it a step farther, like the traditional Boston Sour is what it was called. That was like the first whiskey sour, and that involved the egg white. You
Yeah.
can also use an egg white here, but for our sakes and what's available in the store, this is perfect.
So, let me back up. It was originally called the Boston Sour?
So like a whiskey sour with egg white
Okay.
was called a Boston Sour.
And then New York stole
New
the
York
whole thing.
Sour. So the store, and then New York Sour was created by a guy in Chicago, and he won a couple awards for it. And they asked him, and this is just perfect, like cocktail. If all the cocktail story I've told on here, this one's probably the most true, just because the way the guy said it in this interview. They said, "I understand whiskey sour. Why the red wine float?" And he said, "Well, it tasted good and it looked even better." And that's like the most honest thing from a guy that's created a lot of cocktails and a lot of menus. Like, well, why would you do this? I was like, well, it looked cool. and
And it
tasted
tasted
good.
great.
Yeah, I mean, those two things are really what drives when you come to making cocktails. It's got to taste great, and if it looks good, that's even better.
All right, Thomas, as usual, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for putting up with us. Appreciate it. The New York Sour. To make it at home, all of these things, as usual, we got right here in the store. Almost every liquor barn has everything we've used. We will see you next time.
Yes, we will.